of a big fight, but for Indonesia, having more control on where the Philippines can maneuver around, that might be a better solution. They have to do the same thing, front to back all the way, abuse range, save our core members, and just like that, the answer from Indonesia, Lesley, and now it's the Akai.
Well, now into the land of dawn with Taz starting on the orange buff and Del Rosario doing the same on the opposite side.
Slow start for both these junglers. They are tankier junglers essentially, so they are going to be playing a lot more for utility, but I guess Taz on the Akai can be a lot more aggressive. And just like that, you can see that the Philippines, they really enjoy using Villa Luna to get a lot of information and just be a big nuisance. And you can see the response coming in from the Indonesian players. The Philippines already dictating what the movements are going to be.
Both teams, again, just fighting for that mid control that is so prio, so necessary now in this current meta. Both Taz and Del Rosario are looking to go for this Lethal Wanderer, but it does feel like Indonesia will have a bit more of an advantage with the faster wave clear in the mid lane. That's the Lethal Wanderer secured by Taz, getting him a bit more XP and gold to play with. So he'll have that power spike very early on, already at level 4.
As we mentioned, the wave clear game is now being a lot more monitored, a lot more managed by the players from the side of Indonesia. They've suffered from it once. They are not trying to suffer the same fate again. So
who picks up the killing spree? Everything going well for Indonesia and everything going wrong for Philippines in the early game of Game 2.
They lose a member to the pickoff. They lose a turtle to the... It's completely taking over and looking completely different. Is this a momentum thing? We'll just have to see. Hijime with the Ice Queens 1 right now. Filipino members need to be a bit more careful, even more careful in how they want to position. They've been getting caught out without that slow as well.
Branz has just been farming up a storm. I really want to take a look at these items, right? It's a good steal by Soriano, but he got full turret gold, clearing waves constantly. He should have more gold than Soriano here with the assist that he got as well. But here in the mid lane, in the bottom side river, Del Rosario going to be chained up again, and that's the pin down with a heavy spin. Del Rosario going to fall for the second time in this game. Dreams with another divine judgment over to Imam, as that's the Nibiru's passion dealing no damage over to Taz, who jumps in again. Soriano going away, but the damage coming from Branz, shooting him down. Dap finally rotating towards that bottom side for this Indonesian team after they qualified to represent Indonesia with only a week to prepare right after qualifying. Still able to play super well. And now they're rotating towards that top side. Taz soloing that lure. Del Rosario caught, no one there to help him out. Has to use the wild charge defensively and will lose out on a lot of HP. Branz still is able to get out, has the flicker. They're going to go in for another re-engage here. Just some poke down onto the frontliners. And you can see that true damage, Arashi. I wonder what the items are looking like right now, because the damage is pretty unreal already in 9 minutes for a Lesley.
It comes with a true damage, and when you're concerned about the true damage, you can actually feel the burn coming in as well. Look at the items, as you mentioned. The Windtalker, the Endless Battle as well, allows him to get so much more burst damage initially, allows him to dish out a healthy amount of DPS. On the other hand, you can see the Iesf, right? Hijime with the Glowing Wand. All these tanky members are taking percentage HP damage whenever he falls, and they are absolutely spammable. And the siege game is dangerous.
Luna going to be caught in that real world manipulation. Imam as well, zoned away. The wave manipulation from Indonesia, absolutely phenomenal, as they are going to be able to use the lore down below to pick up a turret. With Psychot zoning the other members away with a Black Dragon form as well. That's base turret number 1 taken down. Top side pushing in, but Indonesia will decide to just play it slow, clear out the mid lane, and reset.
They have an absolute advantage when it comes down to those siege situations. Having the Iesf, having the Lesley means that no other way for the Philippines to dish back that kind of damage. Soriano is the only solution they have, and at this point, when the only option you have, when you only have a single option, it becomes very easy for your opponents to try and adjust to that. But the Philippines, it seems like they are not willing to completely concede control just yet. They need to be very careful though, because the Indonesia right now.
This is what we saw in Game 1, only just the opposite happening here in Game 2. Indonesia having control the whole 10 minutes early on. Philippines with a very similar flanking position here to
Concealed.
look for something. Oh my God, Dream rides the divine judgment onto the best possible target. Soriano's out. Dapadap has to flicker out, but Psychos chases him down with a passive. Dapadap still survives. Only one member taken down, but that might just be the member that Indonesia needs to pick up some more base turrets. That high ground control is no longer available for Soriano. Dapadap trying to go in for some damage. Petrified from the bomb. He's gonna be taken down. The wild charge in desperation. Villaluna in the back has to back off. It's an absolutely insane game and an insane performance from Indonesia. Philippines down to the lower brackets.
How? What? Oh my! We have no words left right now. How was that possible? That is